So I'm in college right now, and if you're in school right now or you remember being in school, then you know that this time of year, late April, early May, like things are really wrapping up. This is the time, like it's you gotta lock in basically. And I was thinking the other day, I was like, I'm really homesick. Like I miss my family, my friends. We all go to, our different colleges in whichever states. Everyone's kind of far away from each other. We really only get to see each other, like my friends who I don't go to school with. We only get to see each other like on breaks. So I was really excited. I could feel that excitement kind of start to turn into severe homesickness. And so I started thinking, this kind of got me on like a tangent of thought. I was like, isn't that essentially what most of our negative emotions are? Is the absence of something that we know exists. So for example, me missing my friends and missing my family over break, I know my friends and my family, and I know how much I love them, and I know how much fun it is to be with them and spend time with them. So due to their absence, or their consistent absence in my life, it's leaving me feeling sad. That positive connotation I have with my friends and family is causing me to feel sad, which is why most people, they say grief is just love with nowhere to go. You're grieving that person because you remember and you know how awesome they were. If we're hungry, then you know how good food is. If you're tired, you know how good sleep is. If you're going through a hard breakup, you know how awesome love is. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm thought daughter, final boss. And sometimes I'll be like, why is the world the way it is? Why do we have these negative emotions? Why can't everything just be sunshine and rainbows? As I start to kind of think about that more, I feel like I'm realizing you have to have the negative, or that positive, it doesn't feel good. After a long, hard day of work, digging into a 5-course meal feels awesome. It feels delicious. And there's even this kind of anticipation when you're about to eat something really good and you're starving and you're like, man, I just cannot wait to eat. I know how good this food's gonna be. And it just hits different after you're starving and you're hungry. And in a way, I feel like most of our negative emotions come from a sense of hunger, a sense of longing for something. Pretty much everything in existence comes and goes. And me personally, I'm working on not focusing as much on the go, because a lot of things will happen and I'll be like, well, it's just gonna be over with soon, or it won't last long anyways. And I talked about this in a previous video, but I often kind of fall into the cycle of sometimes I don't even get happy when things that should make me happy happen. It's a lot of going on. But I won't even get excited about it sometimes because I'm like, well, it's just going to be over. So, man, I had this really great meal. I don't know why I keep going back to food for an example. I must be hungry. Ooh. But like, man, I had this really great meal. Well, I'm just going to finish it and it'll be gone. But one thing that we can rest assured in is things are going to go, but they come. And they're going to keep coming. You can go back to the same restaurant and you can order something again the next day. You can order it again the next week. And I do think there is a kind of beauty in our sadness. Due to experiencing something that brought you so much joy, you want more of it and it's going to come. I think there's something so deeply beautiful and kind of poetic about that most of our negative emotions come from having experienced beautiful things. And the fact that a lot of beautiful things are temporary, it makes us want to just throw ourselves at it and just completely immerse ourselves in it because we know it's going to go. And that's the beauty of it. It's going to go. And I think in today's culture, there's a lot of like, I want it now. Everything has to happen right now, or I'm doing something wrong, or I'm failing. And I think there's a lot of pressure on young people to have everything figured out when we will never have it all figured out. There's also a beauty in the unknown, but that's a different topic. We know how awful it feels when you're just devastated and you're crying your eyes out because you remember how awesome it is to have a good laugh with a friend. If every day was sunny, we might not appreciate the sun. Also, another thing that I feel like doesn't get talked about as much is feeling trapped in a nostalgic kind of state where we're constantly looking back on things and being like, man, when I had that, when that happened. When at every stage in life, there is a beauty that you can only experience in that present moment. There is a beauty that you can only experience when you're 4 years old, playing in the grass, running through the sprinklers. There's a beauty that you experience when you're 16 years old and you're first learning how to drive with your dad. There's a beauty in being 30 years old and getting your first real paycheck after finishing all your years of school. There's a beauty in being 50 and getting to meet your grandkid. Like, there's every stage of life. There is so much beauty that being trapped in a constant stage of, man, I remember when I had this, that can also be really dangerous to fall into. But it's due to that sense of nostalgia that we should, in fact, take that, and instead of being just so depressed about it, being like, man, I remember when things are good, that should be an encouragement to be like, hey, things are going to be great again. Because I do think nostalgia is there for a reason. I think it's a reminder that life is beautiful and it will be beautiful again, even when things seem like they're not going to be beautiful. Life will always persevere, and I think that's why humans, as annoying as we can be, we're resilient. I also always like the phrase, you've made it through every single one of your worst days. I think that's a testament in itself, because you're going to have bad days, awful days, but you're also going to have a lot of really awesome ones. So if you're going through something right now where you feel like you're in that absence, where it feels like nothing feels good, nothing feels comforting, but you remember how that feels, you know what it feels like to be content, to be whole, to feel full. Just rest assured in the fact that you are experiencing something beautifully, beautifully human, and you will get to have that 5-course meal again one day. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I do read them all, so leave a comment if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, follow my Instagram too, by the way. It's Kayla Dunson. Bye.